Hey guys, and welcome back. So in the last episode we did an experiment here, and as you can see all the ghouls are dead. We did an experiment where we were trying to domesticate them, make them more human-like again. And now we've got to await to be contacted by Scythe. I can't say his name. So in the meantime, we're going to go investigate Camelot after the tournament. So these are the two of the major factions, these two. So we'll check out Camelot first. I'm thinking these people are going to be running around with swords and shields for some reason. I don't know why. How do we get out of here though? Can we go this way? Ah, there we go. Going up. We actually need to go and upgrade his gun as well, I think. I think we'll quickly do that now, maybe? Yeah, we'll do that now. We'll quickly, seeing we're still here, we will... We'll head back to our base and we will upgrade his gun to max it out so he's actually got a better weapon to deal with. Speak to the courier?
Delivery for you, wayfarer.
Haha, hoarder. 10 tickets, thanks, and if you got any unclaimed parcels.
All in a day's work, Gav.
This letter finds you well. So it hasn't killed you. Congratulations. For your next initiative, you will go to a London Aquarium B2 observes someone. Okay. So we got our next mission. Did we get some weapons as well? It's a weird pistol. So that's where Camelot is. Alright. So maybe better if we go to Brickton and then make our way to Camelot. Alright, so we're almost there. And then we got ambushed by some hooligans. And I've given Arthur all of my grenades and everything. So we'll see what happens. Oh. Well, Arthur, if you stop shooting at the ground, that might help. Oh, reload. Oh, there was some. Oh, there was Arthur. Try not to throw grenades at my feet, buddy. Alright, we are very close though. Just right up there. So we just came from Brickton, walked down here. Harvest that. We'll just keep going, I guess, straight up here. Oh, oh, what happened? It's loading in the assets, I take it. Does this every so often. It makes me nervous every time it happens, to be honest. There we go. Now we're back. This is very green. Camelot, but how do we get in there? There be turrets everywhere. Ah, this has got to be the front. There we go.
Speak your mind.
That's how we get in. We jump the gate.
London is a place for me.
What's your business?
Store?
Looking for good deals.
Ever vigilant.
Somehow I think I wasn't meant to jump the gate like I did. Alright, let's just try to get on top of here and see if we can jump back over. There we go.
You have eyes, use them.
Whoop. Bugger. Let's try going up here. There we go.
Hail, mate.
Hail, fellow. My respects to you. Your exploits are known here. Have you come to join us? That's what I like to see. Usually I send recruits to Merlin, but you'd be wasted as a levy. Go find Arthur. He'll know what to do with you. Patience is key, for the quest continues.
There we go. This place is very big. Where are we meant to go? I hope Arthur doesn't expect me to use a sword. A bow might be fun though.
Stop! Stop this madness at once! Is there not a grain of sense between you?
If the old man wants to fight, let him.
By all means, fight. Such is the custom of Dueler's Ditch, but not to the death. Do not spill the blood of your compatriots.
Compatriots? Do compatriots break honest agreements out of spite? Do they lie and cheat? The Baileys are nothing but crooks.
My family followed that ridiculous agreement to the letter.
This matter was resolved. The Round Table decreed half the forest to be preserved. What happened?
Charred, burned to the ground.
And was this your family's doing, Thomas?
Of course not. The old man's deranged. What good is a charred forest to us? We're carpenters.
The Radstags have fled for the hills. The land is useless to us now. Your half-wit of a father thought we'd sell it to you.
Don't speak about my father. You have no idea.
One of you, John, call this off. No one will think any less of you.
They've gone too far this time, Arthur.
Thomas?
I need to defend my family's honor. I won't take these accusations sitting down.
Very well. Commence.
What the?
Okay, it looks like Thomas is winning. Can I just shoot one of them?
Wait!
Will you not cheer the victor?
He was a young man, John. This feud has gone on too long. I shall send someone to investigate the matter. It will be resolved.
Oh, that someone's going to be us.
He
Watch.
agreed. Such is our way.
Some will judge me for what has happened here today. They'll claim that because I could have stopped it, I should have. What do you think?
If it's meant saving lives, then you should have stopped it. Why didn't you? Both agreed to it all. They knew the stakes.
Yes, I had similar thoughts. Freedom of choice is important to many of my people. I have to refrain from exercising power whenever possible, even if I want to. I have only the authority my people have given me. They trust in the end, when Westminster falls, that democracy will take its place. Everything I do must be towards that goal. Any unnecessary use of power will break their trust, and trust is keeping this movement together, not strength. Anyway, don't get the wrong idea. Our tourney grounds across the field are oft used for friendly bouts. Speak to Galahad if you're interested. Is there something you wish to discuss?
Well, yeah.
Good. You could be the missing piece. I'm relieved Lancelot sent you to me. Merlin would have you running the beep test. Our contact in Westminster told us of your story. You are no doubt someone who can perform beyond rank and file duties. I had some things I wanted to ask you if we ever crossed paths, but now isn't the time. There's a more pressing matter at hand. This feud between the Fletchers and the Baileys, it started as bickering, but now there's blood involved. I fear it will escalate further, until one of them is driven from the land. This is not what anyone wants. To lose either family is to lose the food on our tables, or the tables themselves. Hunters and woodcutters are the basis of any decent civilization. On top of that, if we're ever going to finish Merlin's trebuchet, we need supplies and aid from both families. So, I need a trustworthy outsider to investigate. In short, I need you. Consider it your initiation. us. Camelot. Pieces are falling into place, and the gentry are on their way out. Well, to be entirely truthful, I think it's unnecessary. The Baileys easily could have expanded their yard in a different direction, or made do with what they had. Same for the Fletchers. That land may have been their most bountiful, but they have acres of Camelot territory to hunt in. I suspect pride is mixed up in this somewhere, on both sides. I have no reason to suspect either family. They both accuse each other of the same crime, and I don't wish to inflict bias on your judgment. I would trust any of my men to carry out the investigation impartially, but they wouldn't. The decision on their land dispute, for example. It was a 50-50 compromise, yet both perceive it as a loss induced by bias. With an outsider carrying out the investigation, they might accept the Round Table's decision. They're not urgent. You can focus on the task at hand. Once upon a time, the two families were friendly. They're neighbors. The Baileys even helped the Fletchers build their treehouse. It's an impressive structure, I must say. The conflict stems from a piece of disputed land. The Baileys kept expanding their lumber yard into the Fletchers' hunting grounds. When the Fletchers appealed to the Round Table for judgment, none had a superior claim. So we split the land in half. They both felt robbed, but the matter was resolved. For a time. That was until the fire. A section of the land caught aflame during the night. It was mostly on the Fletcher's side, but the Baileys weren't unscathed. They both accuse each other of starting it. If either claim is truthful, then sanctions would have to be handed out. I need you to get to the truth of the matter, and I want some evidence. Good. Start by questioning the leaders, Edward Fletcher and Harold Bailey. Get both sides of the story. Then investigate the scene of the fire. See what you can find. Lancelot ordered patrols to keep an eye on the area and warned everyone to stay clear, so nothing should be tampered with. Once you've brought evidence of the truth, I can bring you into the fold. For now, I'll let Lancelot know you can come and go to the castle as you please. Good luck.
I must admit, I'm not exactly interested in grown men who've decided to dress up as medieval knights. So many better things to do with your free time.
Okay, we're gonna take a sword. Yes. I don't know where we grabbed that sword from, but okay. Those are Mylurk eggs, aren't they not? This is such a fast rate of fire.
Ever vigilant.
Okay, let's go and see the land that they're talking about.
Whoever's hiding from us, stay there. Face thy end. Remind me to aim better next time. Right into the lion's den. I'd say we cover this and go.
They're actually quite far away from the castle. I wasn't expecting that. So because we're trying to join Camelot, I guess that failed. Investigate the 5th column. Okay. So I guess there's going to be a big row between the two if we can't join both of them.
Does it hurt? I love it when I just want to eat.
Uh-oh.
I've been hankering for another go at it. Check the breast pockets. It's where I keep my valuables.
What was that?
I believe your behind belongs to me. Those people do this for fun.
Double barrel shotgun. Oh, okay. Oh, that is a cool treehouse.
Hey. Later.
Need something? It's about time. There's been too much confusion around this fire. It must be stamped out. Harold Bailey himself, I suspect. Or maybe his father. I doubt he would have gotten any of his boys to do it. Who else would do it? If you have any evidence to the contrary, then fair enough. I'll put a sock in it. But I don't know anyone else with a motive. While I'm certainly not shy about making their involvement in the fire known, I think they're good people at heart. They're just stubborn. They know that land is ours. We moved into the area and claimed it weeks before they even arrived. And they think just because they helped build this place that we owed them. They received banquets of food in return. More than fair. This was the early days of Camelot, nearly 8 years ago. They could have starved without our generosity. I was preparing dinner for my family. I'll do a terrific venison stew. Here, have a can. Very well. I'm not sure. I'll be honest, what my brother did was regrettable. John and the boy weren't part of this feud, or at least they shouldn't have been. Being knights of Camelot, they live, or lived, at the castle. Seems they had a feud of their own after the fire, a microcosm of conflict. It's unfortunate it escalated. I almost lost my Mary last year to illness. I can't imagine the pain Harold must be going through. Whatever he did, no one deserves that. Later.
Why didn't God give Radstags 2 bodies instead of 2 heads? That's the bit we don't eat. Oh, sure. I bet it was the Baileys. They most likely discovered fire for the first time in their lineage and got carried away.
Okay.
Don't be a stranger.
So we're going to get nothing from the actual members of the family? Oh wow. They live really close.
Can I help you? Yeah? Good. Not sure who done it myself. All I know is that my brother shouldn't have died over some poxy forest. Are you? You round table lot could have stopped it. But you didn't. You just stood and watched it happen. He had an accident, that's all. A tree fell on me. Hazard of the trade. Bye.
Greetings. I saw 2 people out there that night, shortly before the fire. Didn't get a good look at them, though. My eyes aren't what they once were. See ya. Greetings.
Sorry, can't talk right now.
Greetings. The Round Table sure took their time to send someone, but that's not a slight on you, dear. Thank you. That means a lot. Most people want to forget what happened like it's an inconvenience. Bye.
I'm sorry.
Hello
I
there.
just can't get this one thought
Good.
off my head.
The truth about this fire will prove our innocence. The Fletchers. I don't have any evidence, but I know it was them. That may not be good enough for the Round Table, but it's good enough for me. They're criminals. They were nice enough at first. We even helped build that treehouse of theirs, but they quickly revealed their true colors.
That land is rightfully ours. It's on our side of the walkway. Stopping our field at some arbitrary line is ridiculous.
They have the entire woods to hunt in. Do you know how much additional manpower it takes to haul wood long distance? I used to think they were just stubborn. Now I know it's something more malicious. After what they did to my son, I'll never forgive them. Listening to the radio. I always tune into Nigel's show in the evenings. I'd almost drifted off in my chair when the smoke got me up. I thought the whole forest was gonna burn down. We managed to stop the spread with the water from the pond. Of course he does. Look, I know this fire doesn't look good for us. It mostly being their land. But I promise you, it wasn't us. The Fletchers are conniving. They know if we ever did something like that, we'd face sanctions. Most likely, they'd get their half of the land back. No worries. I didn't lose my son. He was taken from me. That whoreson, John Fletcher, murdered him. He can call it a duel all he wants. Fletcher knew my son wouldn't refuse. Thomas would have done anything to defend our family.
Worst of all, Fletcher knew he'd win. He's a trained killer since birth. It was murder. Murder hiding behind the notion of honor. John Fletcher is a bitter old man to rob my son of the rest of his life. Someone with a good sword hand should give him what for.
I should try myself. I want to tear his guts out with my bare hands. But all I can do is swing this axe. And my sons already lost their brother.
Okay. Oh, what does he sell?
Wood, tool.
He sells weapons? Okay, what's the optional? Question members of Fletcher's family and get a confession? Turn to Arthur when you're ready. Question members of Bailey's family to get a... Okay.
Greetings. The round table sure took their time to... Bye.
Ragtag won't be back anytime soon. Let's grab our gun because it's got a nice torch on it. Okay. So it's right outside their house. Dried blood. I can't see where the blood trail is. Trail of blood ends here with what looks to be a medical kit. It must have been a person that was injured.
Need help? Hello, sir. Name's Timothy, or Timmy for short. Saw the fire with me own eyes, I did. Thought the old forest was a goner till it started chucking down. Could be I can help with your investigation. Always fancied a career in sleuthing. Harold and Susan, but I just call them Mum and Dad. I'm their youngest. Up to what? I just want to help with the investigation, that's all. I watched you snooping around like a prat, that's why. Thanks. I try not to think about it. Me and me older brother Ryan looked up to Thomas. Well, since I don't fancy digging round in the mud for clues, I can do you one better. I saw a bloke light the fire that night. I didn't see his mug. I was watching from the lumberyard, but he was suited up like a Camelot knight. He ran off to the old shack over there. I didn't follow him or nothing. I'm not supposed to go out on my own. So, did I crack the case or what?
Is there anything about...
Not really. It was dark until the fire properly got going. By then, he'd run off to the shack. You know, checking the trees. It's a family business.
You didn't really want... you didn't really do any investigation, you just witnessed, thanks.
No worries. I'm always glad to...
Alright. Let's go to the shack. I assume it's this shack here. Partially shattered lantern could be the cause of the fire. John Fletcher, I have a cunning plan to get one over the Baileys at night. Start a fire in the forest. They can't expect their expand their lumber yard then. Your brother, Edward. How do we check the letter's authenticity?
What's up? I see. Be careful. Take care.
Need something?
Criminal letter.
What? Let me see that. Well, this certainly isn't my handwriting. Looks like it were written by a child. And why would I address my brother by his full name? And most importantly of all, why would I have him burn down my own land? To get one over on them? That's ridiculous. Us Fletchers don't act in pettiness. Tricked by the Baileys, no doubt. I trust you to see the truth of this letter and dismiss it in your inquiries. Later.
Hey. Hello, hello.
Need something?
Mary?
Hello, hello.
Hey,
Sierra?
those Baileys couldn't stand to leave a nice woods be. They had to chop it all down for the sake of materialistic things like chairs. They didn't get their way, so they burnt it down. Later.
What's up?
Easy one, Damien.
How'd you do? Then what are you doing here? It's the Baileys you should be questioning. I'm Damien. I'm a hunter by trade. Goodbye.
Question
Can
is,
I
why
help
is he
you?
limping?
He had an accident, that's all. A tree fell on me. Hazard of the trade.
Why lie, Ryan? I will find the truth one way or another.
Oh shit. It's not what it looks like. At least, it didn't happen the way you think. Please, just let me explain. It was an accident. Me and Timmy were sneaking off to the tavern that night. We wanted to surprise Thomas. One of those bleeding radstags came out of nowhere and rammed right into my leg. I didn't even notice I dropped the lantern. We ran off, and Timothy went to get me some bandages. By the time he came back, the fire started.
Does anyone else in your family know?
I think my mum suspects, but she doesn't know. My dad wouldn't believe it even if he saw it.
Why did Timmy try to frame
I don't
someone
know.
else?
I told him not to. We knew this fire would be bad for the family, me especially. I guess he wanted to protect me. Probably afraid of losing another brother. Please, tell Arthur the whole truth. Make him understand.
Okay, let's talk to his father.
Hello there.
It wasn't the Fletchers, it was your son who started the fire.
How dare you? How dare you accuse my son? Whatever led you to that insulting conclusion is wrong. I won't hear another word of it. Hello there.
Let's talk to the wife then. Where's she? Where's Mrs. Fletcher?
Greetings.
No, let's head back up and tell him the good news. His reaction from the letter was really genuine, so I was like, oh no, it mustn't have been him.
Need something?
Okay, let's head back to Camelot, guys. Alright, so now we've got to find Arthur. Because we already know, we've already got a confession. It is dark.
How goes the investigation?
I know who started the fire.
Go on.
It was the Baileys.
As I unfortunately suspected. The evidence?
It was Ryan Bailey. He injured himself. Ryan Bailey, he had an injury consistent. Ryan and Timmy Bailey, they confessed, but it was just an accident. No one else knows it was them.
I'm getting the feeling that you're not taking this seriously.
It was Ryan.
I was so sure this was about the land. I didn't think Harold and Edward could both be wrong. What exactly happened?
They were sneaking off to the tavern. A red stag rammed into Ryan's leg and he dropped the lantern.
Those poor boys. The guilt they must be feeling over their brother. Terrible. I'll have a talk with them. Consider the matter dealt with. I know Edward Fletcher. He's not one to demand sanctions over the mistakes of two boys. And Harold? Well, I'll talk with him too. I asked for the truth and you gave it to me. Now I must act on it. I shall be glad to settle this dispute amicably. Thank you. You've done well and proven yourself worthy of Camelot. From this day forth, this land is your land. You shall defend it as your own. I bestow upon you the rank of sergeant. May you serve it well. Now, I had questions if we ever cross paths. Questions about our new head of the civil service, Smythe. Guinevere, our agent in Westminster, has been looking into them for years, but they remain elusive. Who are they?
He's the leader of an underground organization known as Angel. He controls the gentry from behind the scenes using an army of clone soldiers and scientists.
I see. That's some alarming intel. How did you come by it?
I'm one of them. No memory of who I was.
Rough. I imagine that trail led you to Westminster. But who let you in? Few have the privilege to come and go.
I think it was Scythe who put me on the list. They said something about meeting in Westminster face to face.
Curious. I assume that meeting never happened, judging by your prompt incarceration. After you escaped, Tristan and Istult met you at the tournament. It seems you were more than just an observer. They said you were looking for explosives, so I must assume you were behind the explosion. Why exactly?
A man known to me as Mr. X. What? A man known to me as Mr. X told me Smythe would be there and claimed an angel.
So you wanted to kill Smythe, but ended up causing the tragedy that gave them more power. I'd wager Mr. X was more fond of Smythe than he let on. But that's in the past. No point dwelling on it. I expect this Smythe character will take a role in things to come. We must be ready to face all the gentry can throw at us. They're with Smythe now. That gets me onto your next assignment.
Ooh.
I want to strike a blow against the Tommies, but I don't want to take military action. At least not yet. Percival is looking into something that you can help with. Speak to him. Good luck, Sergeant.
Alright, guys.